So pure, you are my everything and more. So sweet, like honey, your lips, girl, I adore. And baby, that body's more than perfect, the best I ever saw. And I ain't even close to done, it's just the beginning. So let me tell you first we was. And my bad, baby, you was loving my love and I had you going crazy. Oh, it was your body that I had to try.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of Cigar Sundays Live. I am Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV across all social media platforms, always joined but the illustrious Cigarden Panel with I am Jazz Garcelle, Just Entertainment, and the God Ali Dawood El at BK Soul Farm. Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Make sure to like and share the video. Also subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live. Peace, family.
Peace,
Hey guys,
How is
happy
everybody?
Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Welcome back, right?
Welcome back, right? We took, you know what I'm saying? It's been a little while since we
Right,
left
it's
them
been a while.
without some dope words to step to. Yes, indeed,
Funny.
man. We are back with another show. I hope everybody's past 2 weeks has been positive, peaceful, and productive. And man, we got a great show tonight. Tonight's word is wokeness, and we're gonna see, is it bad, good, misunderstood? You know, is it a state of mind or a call to action? That's what we're gonna try to figure out this evening with the word wokeness.
Wokeness is a dictionary word, bro.
Wokeness is a dictionary word.
Oh my God. Wow,
Is it
that's
Okay.
wild
Urban
now.
Dictionary? Is
Nah,
that in
Uh-uh.
the urban?
nah,
Hold up.
nah. It's in the Merriam-Webster, and any
Official
Listen up.
Merriam-Webster.
official. It's official tissue. So anyone that's new to the show, what we do here is we take a word and then we break it down, analyze it, discuss it, see how it correlates to things in our life, what our perspectives are on it. And we've used three sources. We use Merriam-Webster dictionary, a basic Google search, and a Wiktionary from Wikipedia. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. So this evening, we got three questions that we're going to be looking at trying to answer when it comes to wokeness. Our first question is, what are the benefits of wokeness? Second, is wokeness important when choosing who to vote for? And third, why isn't wokeness encouraged in all aspects of human life?
Interesting. I love those questions.
Yep.
DB Chef. Yeah.
And throughout the thank you, Jazz. And throughout the evening, we will of course be referring back and forth to the questions as the panelists, as we answer the questions and share, you know, our insights as we exchange insights. So let's go ahead and bring up the first definition of wokeness. We're going to go to the Merriam-Webster dictionary. And here we have wokeness, a noun, the state or condition of being woke, as in matters of racial and social justice. And normally what we do is we scroll down for more information. And the Merriam-Webster dictionary just gives us this. That is it. Examples in a sentence. They do give us the word history. We can go directly to it. It was first came to existence in 2011.
Hmm.
Okay. And I mean, that's it for the Merriam-Webster. There isn't any thesaurus uh, correlation or meanings.
Yeah.
Did they say stuffy Trumpism or wokeness?
What'd you say?
No,
Hey,
I'm on a
yeah,
different tab looking at the Merriam-Webster
okay,
and I'm looking at the definition in the dictionary and I'm like, man.
okay. So now we will go to uh, Wikipedia, and Wikipedia gives a lot. They say woke is an adjective derived from African American vernacular English. AAV. AAV. Didn't
That's
even.
interesting.
That's
African
uh
American.
just entertainment. What you said earlier, you said is it from the Urban Dictionary? Nah, bro, it's from the AAV dictionary. Okay. Originally meaning alertness to racial prejudice and discrimination. Beginning in the 2010s, it came to be used as slang for a broader awareness of social
Any
inequalities such as racial injustice, sexism, and denial of LGBT rights. Woke has also been used as shorthand for some ideas of the American left involving identity politics and social justice, such as white privilege and reparations for slavery in the United States. Okay,
Hey, it is in the Urban Dictionary too, though.
I believe it.
It is.
what
I
did you
mean,
say?
I said it's in the Urban Dictionary as well.
Okay,
All
Yeah.
right.
all right. And then we go to Google, and Google has wokeness, now sometimes derogatory, the quality of being alert to and concerned about social injustice and discrimination. All right. And then over here they have woke is an adjective derived from African American vernacular, AAV,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
originally meaning alertness to racial prejudice and discrimination, beginning in the 2010s. Everything that is pretty much just sourced from Wikipedia right there. Um, and once again, we saw uh, woke. Let's see.
You pulled the wiki on woke, you don't pull the Merriam Webster.
We did that one first, didn't we? Because it
Yeah, we
was
pulled
short.
that up first.
That was
Yeah,
short.
No,
yeah,
wokeness we pulled up. So we pulled up wokeness first on Merriam-Webster and it alluded to woke, but then you pulled up in the Wikipedia woke and then we went back to wokeness on the Google.
correct. Because there is no wokeness in Wikipedia. They they automatically refer you to woke.
And I'm curious about that, right? Because Wikipedia refers to African American stuff, whereas a dictionary just refers to
The,
nothing. It's just the first thing. Like I'm looking at the definitions and it doesn't scream. Um,
okay, so the dictionary does in wokeness. Let me pull this back up so we can see this. The dictionary does in wokeness. Let's see this right here. Okay. Wokeness, the state or condition of being woke as in matters of racial and social justice. So that alludes to just being racial, right?
Anybody
Social
else hear that?
justice. Yeah, I hear that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sounds.
Hold on. I'm
That's
trying to
all
turn
right.
it off. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
Sorry about
So so here we go again. So we had wokeness, the state or condition of being woke, as in matters of racial and social justice. So wouldn't that correlate with the
Yeah,
whole African American AAV situation?
that sentence would, but then when I read below it with the examples they have, like it says, I read an article and engaged in discussions about privilege and wokeness. I don't know. I don't know.
What
We
what are
don't we
you
don't see.
what are you confused about, Ali?
Maybe I'm not. I'm just like I so because Wikipedia is not necessarily as considered taken as authority.
Right.
I
I was
mean,
just
it's definitely legit.
I
Like,
was
I
just I
mean,
was just looking for something else that had like a etymology or something.
Yeah, I mean wokeness doesn't give you anything but you know, matters of race and social justice. Like that's it. That's where it was born from.
Hmm.
That's the inception of it.
mhm.
Nobody used it prior to that. Nobody
Yeah.
was nobody cared about being woke.
And that's
Nobody,
and that's all it
Well,
means.
and that's based on this definition, that's all it means.
I like
Wow.
And
the Wikipedia definition. They give more information in Merriam dictionary and just more information in general about the word, the origins of the word, and
that's
examples of using it. I like that. That's my favorite resource for this word
Hmm.
tonight.
okay.
I'll be
Okay.
honest. I'm pretty impressed with this Urban Dictionary. It had a few, but this Urban Dictionary, at least the first definition, says a measurable state of awareness about what's happening in the world.
Hmm.
That's it.
Which
It
We
doesn't
have
say
we have
anything about in
no
relation to African Americans or
no.
just
Yeah, the first one didn't say that. I mean, I get it. A measurable state of awareness about what's happening in the world, like you
Yeah.
know what I mean, being aware.
oh, okay, right.
Yeah,
okay.
and the thing is I
Yeah,
think I
no,
saw.
that means the same thing, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't source the Urban Dictionary because the reason why I don't source the Urban Dictionary is because I don't believe things are taught from the Urban Dictionary.
Correct.
Right.
Um
No, I get it. I mean, but
so
Wikipedia is also stuff that people put online.
correct, and I don't believe that things are taught from Wikipedia either, to your
No.
Correct.
point.
Exactly.
All right.
No. You used to
Yeah.
get in trouble for using
I
Wikipedia
was
as
just
a
saying. I
source.
didn't say I was
How?
using that. Like end all be all. I was just saying I like one of the
No, and I like it too. So
definitions.
so right. So let me finish real quick. So the definitions that we pull from, we use what people like Jazz said, they will refer to Wikipedia. And in common practice, people refer to Wikipedia, even though it's not the correct thing to do.
Not the right
Merriam
spot.
Merriam-Webster is always going to be like the sourced,
Right.
where it's taught from in the school systems,
Right. It's official. Correct.
right? So
Yeah.
so we tied in to see their likenesses, and in doing so this evening, what we found out is that wokeness one came from, they said 2011, out of what I don't know what movement specifically was going on in 2011,
Yeah.
but they did say the LGBTQ community, they had some stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
They did say racial injustice and social inequalities. They did
Right.
say that those things birthed this word. So in that, we have these questions now,
Mm.
and that's what we want to get to. Um, our first question is, what are the benefits of wokeness?
Hmm.
And then based on that definition, does anybody see what the benefits of being woke?
Oh, well, yeah,
Based
definitely.
on
I mean,
that.
if, who wants to go first, or
You
I
go
can.
ahead, Jazz. Go ahead. We go around the
Okay,
clock.
okay. I'm looking at the Wikipedia version, even though that's, but I love their version for this in particular, woke, the way they have these examples and, the timeline, the origins of use. So I would say, what's the question? What are the advantages of being woke?
Benefits. Benefits. Yeah.
Benefits.
Benefits of being woke.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously you have a better understanding of what's going on in your community and your society as a whole for, not just Black people, but everyone, like LGBTQ, sexism, racism. You're woke in the way of having a clear understanding of the issues and, the reason why the issues are happening, the source of the issues, and you're trying to get, I mean, basically you understand what's going on in America, in our culture, whether it be, for instance, uh, Trayvon Martin, or, you know, LGBTQ rights, or, reproductive health, or which is, I would say, sexism, kind of, different things like that. But you're clearly aware, and you know about those issues, and um, yeah, you can
You're aware of
maybe
it.
like say
You
some, yeah, you know what's
yeah.
going on.
You can see,
Yeah, you
you're
can
more aware,
recognize it.
you're more aware of with the things that happen. When you see something, then you can acknowledge it, that it is happening.
Right,
Right.
exactly. And hopefully you
Right.
could be on the right side of things, and, have compassion for those that are going through, a situation having to
Right.
do with, hardship or whatever, or just understanding, no matter what the situation is, dealing with any one of those types of social inequalities, or racial injustice, sexism, or LGBTQ rights. You have a clear understanding and definitive, um, you know,
Got you.
definition of what all that is. Yeah.
Got you. Got you. BK Soul from the guy Ali Double L, which you see as benefits.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, guys. Like, I don't know. Um,
That's okay. It's okay if you don't know. It's all good.
so I'm looking at the definitions and I'm putting it in perspective of my reality. And according to that, I've been woke since I was 14 years old, right? And it's been an
Yeah.
uphill battle. I don't necessarily know if I would recommend. In fact, everybody I recommended it to rejected it, right? Until years later, and they see the result, and they're like, "Yo, you're a genius. We should have listened to you then. We should have listened, this and that." So I don't know if there's a benefit, because if the goal is to unite people and to inform, for a movement to create an energy or whatever, and when you tell people, they give you the stiff arm. Like, you got to be real tough to keep wanting to be about your purpose and keep believing in yourself, right? So I don't know, man. You gotta come back to me. I don't know.
You're silly. No, I get it. I get it.
That's all
I,
good.
I see where you're
Just
saying.
just
I
just
see your point of
entertainment.
view.
Just entertainment. What you got? Any benefit?
I'm on the same page as Jazz with increased awareness, um, being woke, or the wokeness encourages like individuals to be more knowledgeable about like social injustices and biases and discrimination, and it's all about being equitable, equality, not it's specifically excluding certain communities in the world. I think it has to do with a lot of different communities, and but yeah, you being knowledgeable and aware, because when I hear that word, to me it's like an awareness piece. It speaks to me about being aware of everything, not just social injustices and things of that nature. To me, it's like being aware of a lot of things in your life. You know what I mean? Where you live at, the kind of people you're around. I mean, everything, so I know it has more of some political structure as well, and I think the vice president, she had used it here recently in one of her campaigns or something. She had said something about it.
Yes,
Whether she
did.
knows what that means or not, but I did hear her say it. It's funny you spoke. It's funny you say that word, and I had just heard her on some type of media saying that. You know,
Wow.
yeah. But I don't know necessarily if she knows what it means. She was just saying it. We need to be more woke. You know, she was saying you need to be woke, and that's
Wow.
pretty much
God, I
all I
hope she
got out of it.
knows.
You said what?
God, I hope she knows.
I
Running
hope
for
she
vice
does
president of
too.
our country, United States of America. I hope she knows.
I hope so. Yeah. But it's just funny. This word was chosen, and I had just heard it on some media. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So everybody kind of collectively agreed on the awareness aspect of it. And when we look at the definition, like that seems to me is that that's all there is an awareness. It's
Uphill battle, God.
yeah, like it's just being aware that you're being victimized of some shit, you know,
Right.
or
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Like it's not like I know what you mean.
like
Like
it's
it's not
not
it's
it's
not an action word. Like
what's your response?
like
How
I feel
it doesn't give off
there's there's not
how to
like
respond, right?
right. Yeah, it's
Okay,
like yeah.
it's just awareness. It's just like, okay, is this happening to me? Is that happening
Right.
to them? Is that
Right. But it's
happening
like
to
what's
those
the next
people?
step? What do you do
Is this
after that?
happening to these people?
Yeah.
So
I mean, at this point, it sounds like a label. You know what I mean?
okay, that's good. I like that. Yeah, it do sound like a label.
Yeah, or
It sounds
title.
like a
Yeah, label
label.
title.
Okay.
Whatever you decide you want to use that word for, you can. It's versatile. You know what I mean? It's not
Which is why I asked for etymology, right? Because
right.
it seemed like whenever my people create a thing for us for a particular purpose, everybody else use it and say that it's no longer meant for the reason that was meant for, tell me to get over it, and I gotta now use it for
Right.
all other social injustices.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They want to
That
desensitize
was
the word.
good.
Right.
That's what you know. That's
That
what
was
you know.
good. Salute,
Say
God.
what
That
it
was
is,
good.
but
I
what it
like
is,
that
what it
shit.
is.
All other social injustices, yeah. And that is how it's you know, communicated that it needs to be applied. It does. It is derived from one place, and then, you know, other people will adopt it. So so the
I'm not sure
benefits,
what you mean by title. I wasn't catching that part. Like maybe I was daydreaming or something.
a title,
Like, cause
You mean
you
label?
I was
a
wrong.
label.
I was
I
wrong. Label is the
apologize.
better word. Label is the better word for it than
Label is
title.
word.
Yeah.
Yeah,
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 a label. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. Because I said title, just put the jazz on it with the corrected it with the label, because it
Oh,
is
okay.
really
Right.
That shit
because it
confusing.
is really a label.
A label.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm woke or she is woke. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Ooh,
Exactly
that should
like that.
have been a question. Like, is that person's label a good or bad person? Is that a good or bad label?
Okay, then you can send us in some questions next time when we ask y'all if
Oh,
y'all got something
you
that
can
y'all
lead
want to
the
talk
meeting.
about on the show. Okay, peace. So now back to the benefits. All right. So the benefits. So we collectively agreed that, you know, there is a benefit in being aware, because you know, awareness is something that you want to be aware of things, you know, but we also agree that it's just a label, and it's not
Right.
really, you know, at this stage in the game, it's not really calling to action anything.
Right.
It's just
Exactly.
a label, so people kind of just wearing it like Jazz said, you know, like, oh, you're woke, or this person's woke, or that person's woke, or this person's woke.
Right.
But it really isn't like a thing that all woke people do, right? Is it things that all woke people do? Do woke people have some things in common? Like everybody who's identifying as woke, are they all Christians? Are they all Muslims? Are they all, you know?
I mean,
is it a certain
definitely
group
not
of,
that. That's,
is it a
Well, I
group?
mean,
Is it a
but I
group
know
of
what you
black
mean. You're
people?
just using it as an
think
As
example.
an example,
And-
yeah, like as a group of black people that's a lower income and they woke,
Right.
and then the higher income black people that I ain't caring about no woke stuff, like,
or
you
you
know.
could be trying to sound highly intelligent by saying you're woke and don't even know what it means. You know what I'm saying? Some people will say it and don't even know what it means. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll say they're woke, but then they really aren't. They don't even know what it means, or they want to sound like they're intelligent by saying, "Hey, I'm
Yeah, I
woke."
hate that. That gets that grinds my gears.
People
If-
said that sounds intelligent to say something they don't even know what it means. That's
Yeah,
right.
well, I'm saying, like, if somebody asks them, "Hey, are you woke?" You're like, "Yeah, I'm woke." Like, they just grab the, like I said, it's a label. They grab it. I mean, you know what I mean?
What they do, just what they be like, "Hey, are you woke?" What they do? Yeah, hey, yeah, I'm woke.
Oh, yeah, like, but I don't even know what that means. But okay,
Silly.
I'm just saying, people. I mean, you know, yeah, I'll say that, like, you know, when people, you know, are talking or presenting and they have filler words, somebody might use it as a filler. You know what I mean? Or
It's
just
a filler
spark,
word.
or spark conversation. Or spark up a conversation. Then you start getting into the, you know, weeds with it, and they're like, well, you know what? I really don't know what it means. You know, like
Right.
I don't even know what that word. What does that word mean? I think I am. You know, I mean, I haven't had any dialogue with anybody about it, but I think I see somebody using it as like a word to try to find some common ground with somebody that does know what it means, and you know everything, all the intricacies of the word. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
Yeah, but the way the major point, I mean, what I'm referring to the Wikipedia in one of the paragraphs where it says where it came about, you know, in the 2010s, 2011, in support of the Black Lives Matter movement,
right.
and then it says that some people, it says the word woke was increasingly used by white people who often use it as to signal their support for BLM, which I understand completely, but it's like you have to know what it means. You have to know what the word is about before you can
Correct.
start saying, yeah, I'm woke, she's woke, he's woke, we're all woke. Like, you know, because if
And
you're not really an ally, and that's kind of what it means too, that you're as in when I'm talking about the cultural part of it or social injustice,
Right.
or you're an
now I'm like,
activist,
or
or you're an
whatever. Yeah, an
activist,
activist.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're an activist.
like from an activist perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
From an
so
activist perspective.
so correct me real
Yeah.
quick, guys. Let me cut you off real quick to ask a question. So
Mhm.
just for clarity, so when other ethnicities use woke, they should be considered allies of the
I would say so because they're
wow.
gaining that, they have that awareness. The very definition of woke is, you know, being aware of the social injustice, racism, sexism, LGBTQ, um, knowing,
Racial,
you know,
right?
yeah, racial, everything, things that are
Yeah.
happening in the world that you understand, and you have an understanding, and that you're sympathetic. I mean, I'm adding sympathetic in there, but that's what I feel like when, you know, someone that's not um, African American
Right.
that they're woke. Someone, you know, my friends, like, I'm woke, like, she's woke. She knows what, you know, things are going on. She's well aware of what's happening in, you know, the streets or on the news,
Mhm.
whatever. She understands and she
Like these white
sympathizes,
people are with
you
us.
know. Right.
Right.
Stop.
These
Oh my
Asians are with
God.
us.
Right.
These
Right.
Like,
Latinos are with us. Right. That's it.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and
I'm hyped.
that's cool.
I'm hyped, man. Like,
Yeah. And
yeah,
also it
I
says
get
it
it.
became popular with like millennials and Gen Z, I guess.
Okay.
The young kids.
So
Yeah.
it's so in all, like, I'm joking, but in all fairness, right? it's support. You saying like
Right,
when
exactly. Like,
people are supportive.
this didn't happen to me, but I know it happened to you, and I got your back, and I feel you, and I feel your pain, and I want to be there for you. That type of like
Right.
thing, you know?
Woke.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
woke, yeah, kind of.
Wow. Never knew. I'm learning, man. This is crazy because I wasn't woke.
Yo, so I was woke back in '92, but I stopped being woke
Hold
in
up.
2011 when everybody else started being woke.
When everybody else, when
Right.
it
Right,
became
when it was
cool,
cool, when it became popular,
when it
when it was the
became cool to
thing.
be woke.
And it cause up until then, like not for nothing, like it was everybody that was under that banner or was looked at as that. Like nobody necessarily walked around saying, "Hey, look at me, I'm woke." Hey, look at me. Like that wasn't necessarily a thing. That was more of a badge that somebody else put on you, and it was like a slick way of even now. Like you hear ally, and I can see ally, but I don't necessarily be hearing ally because I hear a lot of people using it to talk negatively about somebody, even about other people of their same persuasion, right?
Oh,
It's almost like a fancy way of saying, oh, he an N-word lover, right? Because he's an ally of them. He's or they are acting like that's how I be
oh
seeing it,
wow.
and I see it all the time.
A Nintendo lover, like
I don't,
Stop.
so they buried the word, right? So I don't even know. Like I think it's crazy that they buried the word nigga, but then they called it the N word, and everybody say the N word like they not saying the same thing.
like they not saying the same shit,
Don't
nigga.
even get me
Like,
started on that.
like, that shit it bothers
That's
me,
a
right?
whole different show,
Like,
Ali.
come
That's a
on.
whole different show.
But
Nah.
I'm trying my best not to get no strikes and stuff like that, right? Like I'm
Oh,
trying to
did you get strikes for that? Because I thought they only strike people.
nah, because they don't care about us. Like
Yeah,
nobody
like
care.
I'm like,
They they
no,
they take our pain and use it for other things, right? And say, oh, we just like
no.
them. Our situation is just like theirs.
No, but
Yes,
not really at all.
stay
Not at
woke.
all.
Stay
So,
woke.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
I mean, I can't lie. I came in to learn, but I did come in with some bias.
Hey,
So,
I got a benefit, God. I got a benefit. I think I know now.
okay,
I had to come back. So listening to for what I gathered so far, I think the benefit is only beneficial if you are going to do something about your situation or about the problem. Because I think anything besides that, you just like pissing in the wind and really like you just creating argument and creating conversation just to be saying, hey, look what I know. And hey, did you know this? And hey, I'm smarter than you today because you didn't know that it's actually
Oh my God.
we don't do leap years anymore. You ain't watch C-SPAN. They changed that law yesterday. You ain't watched
right,
that. I'm smarter than
Really?
you,
right,
Yeah, that
right?
is stopping leap year. Yeah.
right.
All right,
Yeah.
Wow.
How you just
like
gonna cut the days out of February?
Just like bam, it's gone.
No more Februarys. No more end of February.
They're
So
trying to
all
get rid
them.
of daylight savings time too.
So
So
what about all them people that was born on the 29th? You just
Right? What about
they don't
them?
exist. They don't exist no more.
They're non-existent. They're
right.
invisible.
oh man. All right, y'all.
That's
Look,
crazy.
let's get back to it. But you made a great point, Ali, because even though I was joking around and stuff, that's what I was gonna get to. Like, is it only the call to action, exactly what you said, it is only a call to action if you are going to respond with the information that you receive from being aware. So
That's it.
if you're not going to do anything, then like what's the point of just knowing that you know that you're in bad situations all the time? Like
Mhm.
Right.
it's kind of like no need to even trip. Like this is the norm. That uphill battle, like it's just appears to be the norm. So, um continuing right along, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this second question. Is wokeness important when choosing who to vote for?
Oh man.
Since we have this good old election
Election coming
coming
up
up,
in a few months.
and Just Entertainment just
Mm.
reiterated or brought back to the point that one of the candidates, Vice President Kamala Harris, was just using that woke thing. So what do you say, Jay? What'd you say, Jess?
I think that she's trying to get some votes, a specific demographic of votes by saying it. You know what I mean? I think,
Now,
like
what
I
they're
said,
going
it's a
to
label.
do.
I think she's trying to get a specific demographic of votes by saying it. I mean, it could be, and I'll restate. I'll state this, that even the woke, like we were talking about, how universal it is. If you remember Cat Williams when he did his Shannon Sharp podcast,
Oh
he
yeah,
had a
that was
big
huge.
necklace.
That was
He had a
viral.
huge necklace that said "woke" on it, and he's talking about being Hollywood woke. You know, about entertainment. You know what I mean? Just the entertainment business woke. You know what I mean? So. But he was also, outlining some of his peers in the comedy world as well, in acting and things of that nature. But I think that she's trying to garner a specific type of votes from that by saying that, and people will gravitate to that. Like, oh, she knows what that is. But I mean, all she was saying, you need to be woke. But she didn't go into any specifics. You know what I mean? As you were stating. You know what I'm saying about the whole people just using the word, not knowing what it means.
That's right.
I think, Pearl, you were saying something about that earlier about it. Just it's a label. People will gravitate to it, and then they think they you know what it is. In some cases, people might want you to provide some examples if you get into an in-depth conversation. Maybe you guys can agree. But I think that she's trying to pull on some strings with, hey, I'm going to put this out there and probably get certain types of people that will vote for her based on the fact that she's just using a label. But can you give us some examples where you're, made an impact with those social injustices and the things that you were talking about, Jazz? If she can give some examples, what she's done while she's been in office with Joe Biden,
Oh, right. Yeah. Because I mean,
I don't think
I could.
she has anything for us.
I don't either.
Not anything I can think of like right away.
Okay, so Jazz, go ahead. Do you think here's the question one more time? Is wokeness important for when choosing who to vote for?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely important because as we are the United States of America, and different cultures, different sexual orientations, different people, and everyone, obviously the candidate, the person that's going to lead our country needs to have not only an awareness of all those things, but also action put towards that to back their, how they feel towards everything. Wait, I can't put that into words.
No, I got it. No, you said it right.
You know what I mean? Like not especially at their level, they need to show us that they back us. They need to show us that they have our backs, that they want to do something to, as allies or as the commander in chief to be, something on a big level.
Let me ask you something, Jazz. Do you think they should do that before you give them your vote or after?
Before, because we need to be proved. They have to prove to us that they are going to do what they are saying they're going to do, or that they have a plan in place, or they have a bill or something that they're planning for their candidacy, so that we can vote for them and be confident in voting for them for those reasons. That yes, they're woke and they're intending to actually put some sort of plan in place for police brutality, or LGBTQ sexism, or reproductive health, something that's concrete, a plan, so that we know, that they're the right person to vote for, other than all the other stuff. But wokeness, that's key to me and a candidate. Yeah. Whether they're black, white, whatever, just knowing, what's going on. Yeah.
The God Ali Dawu El.
Peace. So I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna say for just about everything that my sister just got finished saying. So with the earlier question about if there's been any benefits, the conclusion was basically is all about just being aware, right? Like there was no actionable anything in wokeness itself, right? In terms of politicians, when you talk about, 'cause I've heard Trump use woke. I've heard all the Democrats, all the Republicans, like they all try to talk to the demographic and try to sound the way they need to
Right.
sound, right?
Cool.
Right.
Because nobody wants to do anything in the first place, right? Everybody is looking to vote for somebody to do everything for them to fix all their problems. And again, like I say, when I was 14, I had questions. I needed to be aware. I was angry. I made changes. And then when everybody else started talking the same stuff, I'm like, yo, I'm not like y'all, right? Like, so I need to step away and make sure that I got a different title or a different label or a different whatever than y'all, because I can't be associated with that, because that's lazy, right? When we talk about politics in America, no other country, like the beautiful thing about this place, like power is really to the people, right? Like once they get in position, we kind of we kind of give them the power to do what they want to do while they're in position. But to get to that position is us that's doing it. So if all wokeness is this you just having a brain and not necessarily actually applying it to the check marks, and you picking a Trump or you picking a Kamala because for whatever reason. And I'm like, I don't know if that's I don't think there's any benefit to that, right? I think it's all just wordplay and technology, and
I agree.
people need. I'm all about action, right? Like I wanna do stuff. I ain't looking for no messiah, right? I'm
Yeah.
gonna save myself just like my ancestors did, right? Like just like I've been doing, right? So I don't know, like, man.
Okay. Okay, that's a
Cool.
great response. Anybody want to add to that before I go on?
Well, I'll just say that the candidates are like meteorologists. All of these candidates can tell you what they're going to do. There's a lot more factors to the government than they can tell you everything they want to do, but obviously we have a Senate, we got Congress,
Right, of course.
we got parties, they have interest.
Whole
So
process.
they can tell you, I mean, they're like meteorologists predicting weather. You know what I mean? Like it might rain tomorrow, it may not rain tomorrow. They'll say it's going to rain and it don't rain. So they can tell you everything that they want to do for the United States as a whole. But at the end of the day, there's some other factors that people have to remember. And I think they're like, well, the president, I mean, because you can only execute so many executive orders. You know what I mean? That's
Right,
when you
that's true.
can't get any bipartisan cooperation. Then you're executing executive orders because you can't get, both parties to agree or all parties to agree. So I think that, like Ali said, I think it's wordplay as well, and I think that, like you said, actions speak for themselves. But if somebody has a proven track record, like I said, Kamala, I'm not really versed on what she has and hasn't done. That's made
Prosecutor.
like a huge
Yeah, she's a prosecutor.
prosecutor. Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, prior.
like a super
Didn't know.
cop.
Didn't know she
yeah.
dated Montel Jordan either. So
I
you know
don't
what I
care
mean.
about none, I don't care
Wait a
about none of
second,
that.
fun fact.
I don't care about
Fun
none of
fact.
that. She's
You
a
talking about
prosecutor.
this is how we do it.
Nah,
Not bad. My bad.
Wait, no, not that
nah.
one.
Montel.
It was
My
The
bad.
talk show
Montel.
host, right?
Montel
Yeah,
Williams.
I
Montel,
was
not
like,
Jordan.
oh,
Montel.
Montel
Wait,
Williams.
the
I was
light
like,
skinned one.
okay, Doc.
Yeah, bald-headed dude.
She
She
might
dated
be
him.
black after all,
Shush.
She was dating Montel. Yeah, the show Montel. My
Yeah,
bad. I'm sorry.
Montel
Not
Williams.
Montel
That's his
Oh,
name.
that one. No, she
Montel
can keep
Williams.
it.
Okay.
Montel Williams. Sorry about that.
He said
Correction.
Montel Jordan.
Close enough.
Close enough.
I was excited
got
for a
bald
minute
head.
there.
Yeah, I was like, my bad.
He got
Montel
bald head.
Williams. Sorry about that.
Okay. No, but everybody made some valid points on whether you need to be woke, whether wokeness is important in choosing who you vote for, and I'm going to share something real fast that ties into what everybody said. I got into a conversation with a family member, and they actually said to me, you don't vote, so your opinion don't really fucking matter, right?
Whoa.
So I said to them, I said, well, I don't vote. I said, but can you tell me why I should? And I said, but wait, before you tell me why I should, let me ask you these questions. Okay. Has your grandmother, mother, aunties, uncles, has them going to go vote change anything for them other than the things that they have done for themselves to create the lifestyles that they wanted to? Has their vote done that for them? Or is it the work that they put in for themselves? Is it what they desired and wanted to have for themselves that has got them living how they living today? Whether we agree with it or disagree with it, whether we aspire to attain it or whether we say, hey, they should have been a little bit more attentive. Okay. But they vote ain't had nothing to do with it. So why are you telling me my opinion doesn't matter when I'm trying to get us to work together? Because I realize if we work together, we can get a whole lot more fucking done than us going to go vote.
Right.
So, that's where we asking if wokeness matters. I don't think it does at all. All of you all said so many wonderful things and so much shit that was on point, man. Like everything was on point. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, I don't think we need it.
Agreed.
To go vote. Like if you're just going to go vote and you don't even know how the whole process works, then yeah, like what's the point of that? That's hope, right?
Yo, so if real quick, God, if there's no racial topics or no social justice topics on the ballot, then being woke kind of don't even serve a purpose.
Because
I mean, if it appeals to you, it can. I'm saying for the people that it appeal, like I said, if it appeals to you that somebody said that on social media or television, certain people, it'll appeal to them to persuade them to make a vote based on somebody just saying a label that, oh, they know what that is. But then they probably, like I said, they may or may not really know what that means and just said it. Like Ali said, wordplay.
I'm laughing.
Everybody's correct. Everybody's correct.
Because of Kodak got the song for Trump and whatnot, right? I'm like, that's funny. Like, that's funny to me, right? Like, I don't have no problems with Kodak. Like, Trump got Kodak all the way out of prison, right? Like, so
yeah. Oh yeah, that is right.
I would make a whole album for this dude if I.
But YG had YG had the fuck Donald Trump song, remember?
Right. I remember.
So, So
fuck
it goes to both points, to all three of the points that everybody was making, where you say, Ali, you thinking about from a conscious perspective, like from a knowledgeable perspective of saying, you know what, there aren't any issues of everything's just fine in America, like there's no racial anything, no racial inequalities, no racial injustices, like everybody's good, right? So then you don't even need wokeness at.
No, I'm talking about on the ballot, because that's
on the ballot, it won't be on the ballot if it ain't nothing going on, right?
Correct.
Unless they just left it off.
Because there's no police brutality stuff on the ballot, and they've been killing us for mad long.
So that's what we're saying.
People been complaining.
What do you mean by on the ballot? Like, what do you mean by that? I need you to.
So the question was in reference to the wokeness and politicians.
Is wokeness and voting who to vote for.
And if voting according to the definition is relating to racial and social injustice.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, if nothing on the ballot that you're voting for this year is racially motivated or socially injustice charged, you don't need to be woke to vote. You just need to vote.
Correct.
You know about your
And
candidates.
and
Yeah.
then like Jess was saying, if
Oh,
if they're using it as a tool where it's just a talking point, all
to
right,
have people to get more voters, to get more people
Correct. To
to
garner more
be
votes.
interested in them.
right,
Right.
Correct.
right.
It's persuasion.
You actually need something to be happening. From
Correct.
Ali's
Right.
point, you need something to be
Right.
happening
There needs to be some
in
sort of
order
conflict or something going on.
for it to be valid, for you to need
Yeah.
to possess wokeness in your vote attempt, is for your selection of your candidate.
Let me ask you a question.
Definitely.
Is marijuana, legalizing the marijuana, a social justice issue?
I don't really think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
I think it is depending on how it's approached. If they are approaching it from the aspect of people being wrongfully incarcerated,
Not that part. I ain't talking. I know what you're talking about. I'm
Okay.
with that part.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
then
in terms
that's
of
a
that, I
social
agree.
injustice.
No, I'm talking about regular,
Yeah,
just
what do you mean?
legalizing weed around America, like the whole. That's going to be on the ballot.
You mean like
Oh.
recreational marijuana?
I'm just
Well,
talking about period. Because what Pearl's
Okay.
saying, about people getting locked up, that would be the social injustice part that
Right.
would be on the ballot. But that's not on the
Right.
ballot. What's on the ballot, at least in Florida, is should weed be recreational or not? No, not on nobody's ballot. Did it
Because
say
y'all
anything?
passed it, because it's already decriminalized. Y'all are
Yeah.
past that stage.
Yeah, but we
Right.
ain't
A
let
lot
no,
other
they
states
ain't-
aren't past that point yet.
yeah, but they ain't let nobody out though.
Well, I mean that's a whole different issue. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe they have
Oh
priors.
no,
Oh, I know what you
no.
mean. Now that it's legalized.
That's
Right.
my issue. That's it's not a different issue. That's my issue. A
Right.
social injustice, like Pearl is saying, is all the wrongful incarcerations for the people that's whatever, right? I'm
Okay.
saying if we passing laws on marijuana, it should include letting people out that got
And or wiping the
Reciprocity,
record.
that's what you're
Or
saying.
wiping the record. You know what I mean?
or it should include something like that, right?
Right.
But if it does not include that, and it only includes making weed legal for everybody that's not in jail, then I'm saying that's not a social injustice. And you can, just because you use the word woke and you use the word cannabis or chronic or whatever, you get Snoop Dogg or
Right.
whatever to pass you a joint. I think that goes to the tricknology in the wordplay, right? Because people are thinking, oh, all these people about to get let out of prison, but on the ballot.
Yeah, but if they're not
Did
saying
you
that
say
verbatim, you shouldn't just
trigonometry?
assume
Did you
that.
say
Nobody should just
trigonometry?
assume that's what it means,
Hey,
because that isn't what it means.
hey,
There-
check it out. It would have to be where the legislation that's being made has that in it, those type of clauses in it where
Correct.
it backstates that. So the people who going out there to vote, if they don't know, if they're not asking for that from their legislatures, for
Right.
that to be in the laws, right? Then they only just showing up, to vote, just to, because
Correct.
they just trying to smoke weed, in public.
No
Correct.
wokeness needed.
Yeah, like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Anybody
No
else hearing a noise?
awareness.
Anybody else hearing a noise?
What?
Like
I don't hear anything extra.
No, it's no awareness. The awareness component is gone. So definitely, you definitely don't need to be woke to when choosing who to vote for. But Jazz did give some important jewels though about why you might need to be woke.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, hearing what Just said definitely makes me think, because you're right. The president is that person, that figurehead kind of, and not to say they don't have any power, but every bill and every law goes through, the cabinet and all that. So it's not just up to the commander in chief, but
Correct.
if they're running if they're running, it would be nice, to have some sort of, semblance that they're trying to put something into action, that some sort of wokeness, prior to me
Some
voting.
initiative. Yeah, some initiative.
Yeah, something that
Right.
has to do with sexism or women's rights or, anything. It would help. It would help my decision. It would help. It would be a lot easier. I mean, it's still easy, but
Yep, I got you.
in terms of the question.
Yep, absolutely. So, before we get into our third question, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and take a little quick break, and it's only gonna be like a minute and a couple of seconds, and we're gonna come back. Right after we come back, y'all, we're gonna get into just entertainment with these flavor bombs.
Gotcha.
When you look good, you feel good. So let's get back to school with DBCHEFTV merch. August 1st through November 1st. Shop until you drop from our huge selection of apparel and accessories. Use code and enjoy 10% off our entire site at checkout. Visit www.dbcheftv.com. Hit the shopping link while supplies last and get back to school with DBCHEFTV merch.
This whole publication is all about going from nowhere to somewhere, right? Being able to stand on something so that you can travel in peace, right? So bksoulfarm.com, 1016, 160 self-sustainability. Jump on a list and get yourself together, right? Because it is irresponsible to not even know what responsibility means. So get yourself together, food, clothing, and shelter, protection of that, support your interests, and live.
So y'all check out them links in the description. Make sure to like and share the video. Also subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live. And y'all know what time it is. It's that time. It's that time.
Ain't nobody bringing more flavor than just entertainment with the flavor bomb. Now that's the flavor.
It's that time for them flavor bombs. What you got, Just?
Rapper Kendrick Lamar headline the Super Bowl next February. He basically stated that rap music is still the most impactful genre today, and he's going to be at the Super Bowl to remind everybody of the world why. And they basically stated they got that one right, but I didn't learn a few fun facts. Lamar is one of the most decorated rappers in history, has 17 Grammy Awards, 29 BET Awards, and he won a Pulitzer Prize for music in 2018. First musician to win outside the classical or jazz genres. Little fun facts, didn't know that. Jay-Z stated Kendrick Lamar is truly once in a generation artist and performer. His deep love for hip-hop and culture informs his artistic vision, and he has an unparalleled ability to define and influence culture globally. Basically stated that Kendrick's work transcends music, and his impact will be felt for years to come. So, nice little fun fact. That was something that was on current events, that's going on right now as far as entertainment news. Not really sure if a lot of people have watched the previous Michael Keaton Beetlejuice. Apparently, they opening weekend, I think, which was this past weekend on Friday. I guess they opened up at $110 million with that movie. I guess Tim Burton, who actually created that, as well as I think he created Edward Scissorhands as well. If you remember that movie back in the late mid 90s, basically said that Tim Burton's sequel is the third best opening weekend of the year with this Beetlejuice movie. I haven't seen it. I got some mixed reviews from other viewers or friends that I know that went to go see it. Hadn't taken a look at Rotten Tomatoes to see what rating they gave the movie, but definitely in the future I'll see. I guess it's right behind the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, which I did go see, and the Inside Out 2. I didn't see the first one. If you're familiar with that movie, I think it's a Pixar movie if I'm not mistaken. But and then obviously Michael Keaton returned for the movie to play the character again as well. And then last but not least, Trump threatens lawyers, donors, and election officials with prison for unscrupulous behavior I don't know if you guys remember back after the 2020 election, in an attempt to overturn votes, he was basically trying to file some cases against the government with regard to basically saying that they had stolen, some of his votes, that it was basically a fraud. I guess this past Saturday, he warned that he would try to imprison anyone who engages in unscrupulous behavior during this year's race. He issued a threat on Truth Social, which I guess is a social media website, repeated his false claims that 2020 election was stolen, accusing Democrats of rampant cheating and skullduggery. He said the 2024 election, where votes have just started to be casted, will be under the closest professional scrutiny. And he said, when I win, those people that cheated will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of law, which would include long-term prison sentences, so that his deprivation of justice does not happen again, he wrote. But that's it with my flavor bombs today. A little bit of entertainment, movies, and obviously a little sprinkle of some politics.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
That was dope, Justin. That was dope.
Yeah, that's crazy right there. What we had first, we had Kendrick Lamar in the Super Bowl.
I did not know that. I didn't know.
I saw that this afternoon on social media. So I
didn't know about the Pulitzer Prize, though. I didn't know that.
Didn't know he had 17 Grammy Awards. That's
impressive. I didn't know he had that many.
Yeah, that's up there.
Yeah, that's a big deal. So I can
like
see why.
Yeah.
I can see why he chose him, but there is some little, things in the internet where they like, it's in New Orleans, I believe. It's down New Orleans, so they trying to, they was like, man, that would have been nice for Cash Money to been there.
That's right.
Agreed. Especially since they're on tour anyway.
Oh yeah, that'd been crazy.
That would have been they could have put No Limit on there.
No Limit.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, both of them.
What's the other dude? Big Frida and all them.
Yeah, Big Frida, bounce music. That's right. Big Frida could have been up there too.
That would have been tight.
They could have just made it like a whole second line.
New Orleans, yeah.
Well, kind of like they did when Dre did, Eminem and 50 Cent and
that's what
Snoop.
I'm
saying. All of them, right?
Yeah, it was a whole West Coast. They could have made it a whole second line thing. But
I agree. They could have had Lil Boosie up there,
Yeah,
oh man, even Lil
Kendrick.
A little Boosie.
Boosie
hot right now, though.
Boosie badass. Yeah,
Boosie,
they could have had him on there.
Yeah, but Kendrick is that guy though. So I mean,
so it's gonna be a dope show regardless.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. And then who else you had? You had Trump. What Trump do now? He gonna send somebody to jail.
He's trying to sue someone.
If he gets elected, he's going to be putting some people in jail for the last election.
Is
that what he said?
That's what he stated. He said he's saying that they go. I mean, because he thinks that he got bamboozled. You know what I mean? Out of the last election,
right?
He's just saying if he wins, which is a strong possibility he could, that he's going to be some people is going to jail.
Wow, that's crazy.
He's doing a Scarface on him.
You know that he was supposed to be getting sentenced from.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was supposed to be getting sentenced.
Right, but they're pushing that sentencing date back to after the election now.
Right.
To see.
I think that's interesting.
Yeah. Well,
I think if you're president, the charges, everything go away. But if you don't,
because
he go to jail.
He's the president.
That's terrible.
But he's already threatened. He's threatening.
Yeah. So I peeped the move already. Like if they already pushed it back, it's kind of like I don't know. It's looking like money in the bank already.
Agreed.
Yo, skullduggery is my new word. I had to go look
skullduggery.
I just said that.
What did he say? He said rampant cheating and skullduggery. But he's going to drain the swamp again. He's coming to drain the swamp.
Oh, that's funny.
He's going to drain the swamp.
Skullduggery
Terrible.
would have came out with No Limit. Y'all don't know nothing
You
about
know what I'm
Skullduggery.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I came up
That's
on that.
Oh
that's
man.
For
funny.
real,
That's a
man.
good word.
Fiend, all them cats. But yeah, man. And then what was the other thing, Just? You had something else. What was the
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
oh, the
They
movie.
hit
Yeah. Oh man,
their
let me tell
premiere
y'all something.
weekend,
The
110
second
million.
one.
Don't
The
go see
second one. The
Beetlejuice on
second one.
Broadway.
Been 36 years since they released that movie. I saw the first one. I mean, I like
I
Tim
hate
Burton
to
stuff.
I hate to knock it, but do not go see Beetlejuice on Broadway. You're gonna be disappointed.
Oh,
Oh,
and I
I
love
believe it.
Broadway.
I love Broadway too, and I thought that I was good.
Beetlejuice on Broadway?
It was
They
the
had it on Broadway, huh?
wackest. It was the
I believe
wackest.
it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not into screenings like
Beetlejuice,
that.
He's like, just
Beetlejuice,
keep it as a movie. Just
Beetlejuice.
keep it as a movie.
I don't
Feature
know
film.
why. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be a play and not a musical. And it wasn't even like, it wasn't even like musical like Beetlejuice is, like Beetlejuice is kind of like,
Yeah.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, it's not even like that.
It was
It was
super
more,
musical.
yeah, it was more like sing along, la la la, like almost like Smurfs at the Ice Capades or something, like singing along.
Right.
And I was like, oh
What the hell
no,
am I looking at?
A sing along.
I
Yeah.
Did you
paid so
get
much
up and
for the
leave?
tickets. I just went ahead and bought another bottle of wine. I bought a whole bottle in there. I was like, these tickets cost too much. We not walking out of this.
I don't blame you.
Let's
Give me
just
another
buy a
bottle.
bottle of wine. Yeah, just get the whole bottle.
Just laugh at it. That's funny.
Hilarious. I have
Yeah.
seen The Lion King, though. The Lion King was pretty good.
Yeah, I seen that like
Oh, The
years
Lion
and
King
years
is
ago.
great.
They
Years,
still
yeah,
on
like
Broadway.
years
I
ago.
loved it.
Yeah.
Lion
Years
King
ago.
is great on Broadway, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
What?
got me thinking about it, Pearl. Beetlejuice sound like it'd be a great play, but a terrible musical.
I don't
Yeah,
like
not a
musicals.
musical. Yeah.
I'm not a musical lover.
But
I
see, but
never
when you
have
go
been.
on Broadway, it's musicals. It's,
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
I
Maybe
like
that's why I've never
musicals.
been.
I
Yeah,
like
but not
musicals, yeah.
Beetlejuice though. Beetlejuice,
Nah,
not
Beetlejuice don't sound like it should be a musical at all.
No, I thought they was just gonna reenact the movie,
That's what I'm thinking,
Right.
right? Yeah.
and
Right.
they did that to an extent, but it was,
Uh,
They added stuff.
it wasn't spooky.
it was too much. It was too Disney.
It wasn't
Too
spooky,
Disney-ish.
man. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
Was it like going to go watch Aladdin or something?
It
No, because
wasn't.
there's an
that
Aladdin
like
Broadway
that, but it was,
musical too.
Right.
but you're not expecting Beetlejuice to walk up in the crowd and
Yeah, like
Yeah,
he's
be like
Willy
in your
Wonka,
face and
Willy
stuff. 'Cause that's
Wonka.
like a scary character, kind of.
like
Willy
it was,
Wonka?
It was zany, and it was like, nah, that's not Beetlejuice.
No.
Beetlejuice is
Even though Michael Keaton does play a good Beetlejuice.
kind of sarcasm and spookiness and a little bit of gory, like goofy. It ain't had none of that, man. It was just like
Too kid friendly.
almost like it was for the Smurfs or something, like
Gargamel.
like that's how they was playing Beetlejuice, like he was
Gargamel.
Gargamel, like Gargamel, like nah.
My mom she's like, y'all ain't watching them devils. My mom would never let me watch the Smurfs, dude. I love the Smurfs too. She would not let us watch them. She said, they're little blue devils. You ain't watching them.
Blue Devils.
It was this, like you said, Gargamel was like PG-13 compared to Beetlejuice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to Duke. that's my college b-ball squad, the Blue Devils. Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, thank you just for another episode of
Ain't nobody bringing more flavor than just entertainment with the flavor bomb. Now that's the flavor.
Hey.
Yes, indeed. So, man, if anybody is picking up with us on the show tonight, we've been discussing the word wokeness on Cigar Sundays Live. And we had a couple questions tonight. And so far, we answered our first question was, what are the benefits of wokeness? The panel had some great responses and answers, insights on that. We just got finished wrapping up right before them flavor bombs. Is wokeness important when choosing who to vote for? And right now, we're gonna get into this third question of why isn't wokeness encouraged in all aspects of human life?
Hmm.
Who would like to go there? Well, you know what? I'll go first, y'all.
Okay, cool.
Um, so why isn't wokeness encouraged in all aspects of human life? Okay, so when we look at the definition of wokeness, we see um, we agree that there is awareness, just being aware. Okay,
Mhm.
and we also see how like there could be a need for and it just could be used as rhetoric, just you know. So when we look at the root of it, when we looked at just the first part, just the first part of the definite a state of condition of being woke. Okay. And then what they gave us was they gave us as in matters of racial or and social injustice. So when we ask the question, why isn't wokeness encouraged in other aspects of human life? Is because the state of condition of being woke. All right. Now, if I say I'm woke about my health, I'm woke about my finances, I'm woke about my environment, the people who I associate with. I'm woke about my work habits. I'm woke about my work ethic. I'm woke about my communication, my ability to communicate. All of these things are like being in a state of awareness, right? Because that's what they saying that the being woke is. Like first, you just aware of some stuff. All you is aware of the racial and the social,
Correct.
but it's a lot with that. Being aware of that, being responsible for always
Hmm.
being focused on that. Because if
Mhm.
you're aware of that all the time, then a lot of times you're looking for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like subconsciously, because you're supposed to be so woke and alert to it.
Supposed to be, right?
Okay. So I'm saying, well, what about the other things in life that you need to be woke about? The other areas of your life. Like I could be somebody who's sitting back all the time mad at what, the social injustice and shit look like, but am I investing in anything? And what's my action? What am I doing? And do I feel like that about other areas of my life? Like, you know what?
Hmm.
I'm mad that I ain't learned about my finances till I was 30. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But guess what? But I'm glad now that I've been knowing about it since I was 30 and I
Right.
built and expanded on it. Right. So I'm woke about that. I'm glad that my health, I'm glad that, communication with my wife and things that we needed to build on. I'm glad that I'm woke about those areas of my life, So I'm looking for that stuff. I'm looking to stay sharp on that. We not just woke about some social or some racial because like I wear this skin, like I can't change my skin. I'm gonna get it whether
Right.
I want it or not, you know. But it's only the woke thing is only encouraged like to just be aware of the racial shit, like and be stuck on that, and most people can say most black people, African black people can say they I really have a hard time finding one black person that can't tell me that they've been hurt by more people that look like them than somebody who don't. I really have a hard time with that. Okay. When I ask people, I say, how many black people, African people that look like you, that's from where you from, that you could say that done did you bad. You know what I'm saying? A lot. And then you say,
Yeah,
well,
that.
how many people, how many white people, how many Asian people? How many Hispanic Latino people? Now, this don't mean that just because you can put the numbers in, that now it's just like, oh, okay, but now all these people must be good. Nah, that ain't it, because you got somebody who did you dirty. You got somebody who did some fucked up shit. You have some things that you didn't disagree with for all types of people. But when we focus on the woke shit and it's just supposed to be the social injustice and racial thing, then it's like, damn, why am I not woke towards my own people? Is that wrong too? Or is that right? Or is it only supposed to be for the advocates of the wokeness? That's a lot of shit going on that I ain't busy applying wokeness to other areas of my life. That's the point I'm making. There's so much shit to be like trying to put it over here and then put it over there and put it over, and all that leaves you stuck on some racial shit. Like,
right?
How am I progressing? How me not being a progressive? No. How am I? My life's progression. You know, things that I am trying to accelerate at, things that I want to see manifest. My goal, my, you know, like why we, y'all feel me? Somebody help me out here, panel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
definitely.
I agree.
Like,
yeah, I mean,
that's where I'm at with it, man. Like,
you know,
why don't?
But no, whatever you're saying is accurate. You don't just have to. It doesn't have to just. Like I said, it was a label that could be used for. It is a universal word that can be used for all aspects, like you said, of your life. And it doesn't have to just resonate with the political, you know, term of the way this is used, like you said. But being responsible, that's being woke. You know what I mean? Being responsible, like you said, taking care of business obligations. Like you said, financial literacy, you know what I mean? Which now we see, like the NBA, you know, the new, you know, players that get drafted, they get financial literacy classes now, you know what I'm saying? So they're woke to their financial situation, you know, so they get a lot of money. They're at a young age, they may not know what to do with it. But like I was telling you with the Cat Williams thing, he's you know, Hollywood woke, you know, the entertainment business. Just different, you know, players and key executives that work in entertainment, his peers. But like you said, why can't you be woke with everything in your life and be progressive and do better in every aspect of your life, not just on a specific subject, you know, or specific objective, and have a lot of objectives, not just one, because it's based on or the word being used for specific, you know, things that have happened to Americans in the United States, you know. So I totally agree with you.
Specifically Black Americans in the United States.
Right, correct. Exactly. Black Americans, yeah.
Right. Hey, I gotta pick at something you said too, because you said it earlier and I liked it, but I just forgot. But you said it again, so I gotta get it now. Look, you said Cat Williams is a specific type of Hollywood woke. Now, based on the definition, that's crazy.
With regard to what do you mean?
Because it was, even though it came out the BLM movement, that the LGBTQ community,
right, the word woke, yes,
woke is deriving from that. So like,
right.
So for him to be anti, you know what I'm saying, he couldn't be woke because
it doesn't make any sense.
Because he's speaking out against those types of acts in Hollywood. You see,
exactly.
And the woke
kind of,
you know,
double-edged sword.
Yeah, like
backwards.
I bet it is. You know what I'm saying? But but I was just like, that's funny. But I get what you mean though. Like he's speaking up. He's aware of the things that's going on in Hollywood.
In the entertainment business,
in the entertainment, specifically Hollywood. Yeah, but
he's not afraid to go after anybody that he feels. He specifically had the intentions of calling out, you know, specific entertainers. So, but you know, set the record straight either as well. But that is funny. I know what you mean.
I
But like
know.
I said, it's been used in even the BLM movement. You know what I mean? So it's a label. It's been used. It is a behavior that can be exhibited. But like Jazz was saying earlier, there needs to be some action. Not you just saying you are. You need to be able to execute or show me some examples of your impact or work with regard to, like I said, if it has something to do with politics. You know, what are you doing? What initiative have you
Right.
taken to, you know, move the bar forward? Those types of things.
I can dig it.
Definitely.
Definitely, bro.
Hmm.
Anybody next? Anybody
Yeah.
go? Anybody go? We bring
Yeah,
it
Okay.
back,
Yeah.
pop it back up
Okay.
right quick.
Okay. Why isn't?
Why isn't wokeness encouraged in all aspects of human life, based on the definition we just read, John?
All right. Well, I believe that, I mean, based on the definition, because people are so, and I mean, I'm one of those people, I don't want to put woke with everything in my life in particular, but I understand that it does go with certain things because you have to be aware of, certain, when you're thinking about like education or your health, you want to be knowledgeable, you want to be aware of you know what you're putting into your body, what nutrients you need, what vitamins you should take, or if you need more calcium or more iron in your diet, you need to be aware of that. And that's like health woke, kind of. And that's a different way of saying it. Cut down on your fatty foods or whatever is your health plan for yourself. And I think that's kind of like woke in terms of health. And um yeah, in terms of everything else, I mean, it makes sense. Just the very definition of it is what it is. But I mostly relate it to health, my like physical health and also mental health, because you want to be aware of things going around you, how things in society affect you mentally, as well as emotionally and socially. Make sure that you're in a positive headspace and you know wake up on the right side of the bed. And even if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, you have some ways to cope and get through that, so that it doesn't end up being a miserable day. You can you have some strategies to pull yourself through that and get to the other side of the tunnel, so to speak. And I think learning yourself and learning what you need to have a positive day or positive month or week, however you put it, those are being woke. You have your mental health, um, meditate or pray or write in a journal or whatever your strategy is, your like plan of action to help you out, um, or talk to a counselor, whatever you do for your mental health. So I think all those things are helpful, like mental health, like wokeness, or self-care for yourself,
Yeah, that's
along
what's
with
up.
just knowing it, but just like some of the actions you could take too.
Yeah, that's what's up. I like one thing you said. You said get through the other side of the tunnel. Sound like the Underground Railroad.
Yeah,
For
you're
real.
silly.
But
Yeah,
but yeah, but definitely, um, we all have to have some type of plan, because wokeness is definitely not encouraged in any other areas or aspects of life other than to just the way it's
social
defined.
justice and racism and all
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
it's just, it's just to be centered there. It's not to be
yeah.
centered anywhere else.
And I'm kind of where you are with it, guy. Like, so I'm kind of two ways, right? So because it's a label, then I'm saying then and it's not applied to other aspects of life,
Right, the regular way.
because nobody wants to be labeled abnormal, right? Everybody want to be normal. Everybody want to be the same, birds of a feather. Um, is like it's negatively labeled, right? Like it's not a positive label when somebody labels you as being woke, right? That's usually associated with the black sheep of the family, or the rebel rousers, or the ones that's going against the grain. So when you talk about your finances, if everybody did everything that you said, man, like the economy would take a huge hit, right? People would turn their TVs off and only turn it on during certain times. Like nobody be watching commercials no more. Like it'd be so picky and choosy on what it is that I want to bring into my consciousness versus being brainwashed with what they give it, right? So it's, I don't know, man. It's I say support your interest, right? If you just support your interest, forget about the titles, forget about the labels, forget if you're as smart as the person standing next to you, or even the person you talk to, right? If they're telling you something that you don't know, learn from that and benefit. If they're telling you something you already know, ignore it, benefit, right? Like this, like
or be cool enough to hear it again,
right? Like
and
yeah,
see if I might, like, damn, it might have slipped my mind last time. Maybe I need to go and see if I need to,
yeah,
because a lot of people be knowing stuff but still don't do it.
correct. And that's the
Yeah,
thing,
it's true.
right?
They
Like,
don't put it. They don't implement it in their daily life
because they don't
or
really
put it
know it.
into practice. Right.
Like they don't really know it. Like people think that because they read something, they know it. Because somebody told them something, they know it. But without experience, without application, without action, like without actually being influenced or affected by something, you don't know anything really. Right? Like you just assume and you just going by faith. Like I believe what Pearl is telling me. I don't know. I don't know, man. Support your interest. That's what you gotta do. Being woke because of the label and because they limit it to racial and social injustice, because Wikipedia specifically associated to African Americans, like they ain't even say all black people. They specifically just said African Americans, which whenever I hear stuff like that, it sounds like a negative thing in America. Oh, that's
Why do you think? Why do you think that, or why do you feel like that?
because here in America, when we desegregated, everything that was black somehow became bad, and everybody went uptown or down, wherever the white folks was, and left, all our mom and pops, and left all of our establishments, and our economy just suffered, right? Our culture suffered.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Everything about us went away, and it became more about uh, being a part of the greater society.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Became more
Mhm.
segregated.
The majority,
Yep,
right?
I'm working on these words, man.
Became more segregated.
Yeah. When we desegregated, we became more segregated.
We really did, right? Like,
Oh, I
like,
guess.
like we got like think about it. We got like Chinatowns and stuff like that, right? We got like Little
Right, like
Italy,
today, yes.
right? We got Spanish Harlems. We got
Little
all
Italy.
all these little different things.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We don't have anywhere. We don't
Super
have a little.
segregation.
Where's us? Where are we?
We were
MLK Boulevards nationwide.
nationwide.
Right. Hill
MLK
District,
Boulevard
Pittsburgh,
nationwide.
PA.
You know,
Yeah,
so
different pockets. Right.
Underneath I-95.
man, I'm telling you. So it's one of them things that's, you know,
That's
it
so
would be
sad.
it would be nice if wokeness was encouraged in other aspects of people's life other than just to feel
Angry.
assaulted, yeah, or like a victim.
Stop angry.
you know, I mean, honestly, if like you said earlier, Jazz, that like it's a like I'm with you. Like anytime you need
Right.
somebody to be like I'm with you, that means you going through some rough shit.
Right. You
You
need,
know,
yeah, you need that person. Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
because they bring in an energy that's like, you know,
supportive. Yeah, like
yeah, or you in competition, serious competition, because you know somebody could be championing, hey, kick their ass, yeah, you know, and you could be at a, you know, a professional
right. Yeah,
event,
no, I know
right?
what you mean. Yeah, but they're on your side.
Yeah, but I mean, but you need that energy, you know, when things are just naturally progressing, you know, like ain't nobody,
Yeah, when things are positive, not just when I'm in a bad like situation.
you know, when I'm sitting down working on stuff, developing show ideas and shit, like I don't have nobody like go get them. You know,
You can do it, Pearl.
That's it. That's
you
it.
know, like I'm in my zone, I'm in my own shit, like, you know, and I'm focused. So,
Yeah,
you know, so that's where it's like, and you focus on positivity, you focus on
right, of course.
creativity and growing, you know, like you're not sitting here focusing on, you know, like, am I gonna be angered? You know, is this gonna be, especially when you already deal with anxiety and shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You don't need more of that.
You don't need wokeness, that's for sure. You know,
Yo, because once you turn it on, you can't turn it off.
yeah, like, you know, am I gonna get mad at every person I see clench a purse?
Right, exactly.
Am I offended every time I see maybe it's somebody behind me? You know, like I don't know.
Yeah,
You know,
that's big. That's a lot to deal with. And it's like life is too short. There's too many other things to worry about, you know?
last time I didn't know, you know. I mean, like I be dressing sometimes I have my little polo shit on. I didn't know people was out here snatching pocketbooks and polo and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been fighting for this country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you've been doing the right thing by yourself, by your country. Meanwhile,
So it's like
Upholding the Constitution and whatnot,
I've been
right?
upholding the Constitution, you know what I'm saying? Then I come back and I'm a purse snatcher. Like,
right? What?
okay, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I still look young. Maybe it's just, you know, what I ain't.
That's
Who
crazy.
knows? But
Yeah, nah. That's what I'm saying, right? Like when I hear people refer to other people as being woke, it always sounds like a negative, right? Like it always sounds like, oh, that's that person. If you want to go get a good speech, or if you want to go waste your time, or you need something to do, like go talk to them. Like
the woke people over there.
yeah, because nobody's doing nothing, right? Like so, if all you're doing is having conversation, then that's good. Water cooler talk,
Mm-hmm.
right? But like a person like me, anybody come talk to me at work, I'm like, yo, have a seat. If you ain't got no time, then you don't have time to talk to me. Like I don't have time to be just wasting, man. I'm not with that.
Yep, I get it.
I don't necessarily think that woke, I don't really see woke as being a negative, or when I hear it anyway, I don't really get negative vibes as much, but maybe that's just in the context I hear it around me. Um,
Yeah, that's fair.
depending on,
That's fair,
and
Jay.
depending on who it is, depending on who's saying it and who they're talking about
It's a lot of people like it's a
in the
lot of people that
situation.
feel
Like,
exactly the way you feel about it. That's why it can be tossed around and used like that. Because not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying that that's just the way that people do receive the word, you know,
right.
and allow for it to affect them, you know. Like that's fair because like I'll hear it and it'll affect me differently. You'll hear it
Right.
and it'll affect you differently, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you know, so it's a lot of people who agree with your insight and your perspective on it, and we see, you know, like some of the things that you say that you have to take into consideration with it, and some of the choices that you make based on how it's used and how you know perceive it. So a lot of people conduct themselves like that. You know, it's probably more people who conduct themselves the way you see it than conduct themselves the way I see it. Surprisingly, you know, it's probably more people that agree with your perspective than mine because, you know,
Yeah, everyone's different. Everyone has their own
yeah,
opinion, you know.
Yep.
Wokeness.
Yeah, because it's definitely a state of mind.
Yeah,
Yes, definitely a state of mind. That's it. Yeah, completely a
dictionary
state of
answers that
mind.
question. Right? The dictionary answered that question.
What'd you say, guy?
I said the dictionary answered that question. It literally say a state or condition of being. Like
Yeah.
that's literally the definition.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's no call to action at all.
Yeah, no call to action.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Stay woke.
It's almost like being one big Jeopardy thing, right? Like, so you got all this trivia information, but you don't actually got to do anything with it, but just know it. So when somebody asks you, you have it on the spot, right? Like Jeopardy questions.
Yeah, it's interesting that there was no thesaurus, no synonyms, no no antonyms.
Right? You're like, wait a second, where are the missing pieces?
Like the rest of it. That's why I'm like,
Right, where's the rest of the info?
You know, because to awake, you know, is to be asleep.
Right.
Awakening, you know, but just woke. Stay woke. Just stay woke.
Stay woke.
You know, they made it sound so good. That song is,
I know that song.
It's a good song, right?
Yeah.
It sounds good. That's for sure. You know, definitely, y'all. So,
yeah, I'm looking at. I'm on Merriam-Webster's, and I'm looking at the synthesis and the adjectives, like how to use woke in a sentence. Like this all sounds negative.
How does it sound?
Negative, right? Like it says, but what if I said employer has contracted the woke mind virus? Like, what is the woke mind virus?
see what I'm saying? It's all right.
I don't know what that is.
It says culture war issues like an anti-woke agenda are likely to be at the fore. Like, I don't understand. Like the dictionary got its way of using it, and then it's how everybody else use it, and it's like you saying, like yeah, people that see it like that, some people that see it like Pearl, right? Like it's
yeah, definitely. That's how we see it. You know, like it's always going to be two sides of the coin, and everyone, you know, like we always say on Cigar Sundays, every opinion is just a different perspective, and we just try to get as many perspectives as we can from each other, insights, sharing the comments, the chat. Y'all leave some comments on the video, comment in the chat, and we just try to find out, like, where's the balance? Is there any balance with this word? Is there anything that we see, like, in culture? We called out the culture thing. Jazz stated a lot of stuff. Ali stated a lot of stuff. Just entertainment said, like, all that stuff we see, how people are using this word, how they responding to it, how it's affecting them, you know. And we just try, and we just like, man, like, really, it's crazy that this word is only what's this, 2024, like 13 years old, and we talk about a word that really has taken control, like a real serious state of mind,
right?
You know, where so many people are influenced by it,
a lot,
and it's so young. You know, it's not even something Like, like wanting reparations been around longer than wokeness, and wokeness seems like it's getting way more. It's gotten more
Yeah.
traction
Oh
and
yeah, a lot.
That's that's
results.
that's what I'm saying, right? Like it was associated with a reparation mindset, but then when other people started using it, it became something different, right? Like it
Okay,
ain't got nothing to do with reparations no more.
yeah, yeah. I definitely don't believe wokeness has anything to do with any type of repair.
No.
Nah, if anything, it just wants you to, know that you need some repair, um,
Correct.
and be aggravated by the things that you constantly experience that remind you of it, of the lack of not receiving the repair.
Like, hey, don't forget you need to get repair.
Yeah. Um, but I could be wrong. That's just the way I view it, based on the definition, you know, because I don't use it in my life. I don't apply it in my life to any aspect, except for I'm working on all those things we was talking about when we asked that third question. Why don't we apply wokeness to other areas of my life? That's how I kind of look at it. That is not even kind of,
Mhm.
that is how I look at wokeness. Like,
Hmm.
you know, I didn't know the definition for today, so I had no idea the origin of it or none of that. So if anybody would ask me, I'm woke with something, I'll be like, man, I'm woke on a lot of shit.
A lot of
Whole ton of
And I'm trying
things.
to I'm trying to wake up on some more shit too. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm constantly trying to, educate, learn, enlighten, awaken, because it don't stop till the casket drop. And I'm just like, man, like I was talking about earlier when cousin asked me why I don't go vote, told me my opinion wasn't relevant. I'm just like, bro, like at what point in time did you say I'm gonna stop busting my head up against the wall? I'm gonna stop begging and asking for this, and I'm gonna do something different. Because no matter how I beg, please, may I, can we, you get nothing. So why you keep doing the same thing? You keep getting the same result. Like, but I'm crazy.
Hmm.
hmm.
But grandma and them been doing the same thing. Aunties and them been doing the same thing. Nothing changed. The same thing. But I'm crazy because I ain't even registered. 'Cause I don't even give a shit. Well, how about them billionaires and millionaires? They don't care about that shit. You know why? Because they donating the campaigns and they donating this and donating that. What do brothers like Paul Anderson and me saying? Man, we don't have no economic presence. And if we focus on that, I ain't saying that's going to change the game, but that will
Right.
change how we looking in the game.
Yep.
That's it. It would
Yeah.
change how we looking in the game. That's it.
Right.
I ain't saying it's going to change the game. At this point in time, you really wouldn't want the game to change because most people don't even know the one that they in. So then a whole new one starts and they ain't going to do the due diligence to learn what that one is turning into. So what does that become? The handout community again?
Again.
Again.
So then that's what? Then you just need wokeness. So you can just keep looking for it. I need mine. So I'm like,
That's why I say give it to them so they can't say it no more.
you know, that sounds good too. That's a slick way. I like that. they would say, "Nice try, Ali. Nice try."
I'm like, man, because I'm saying once you do that, you can talk as tough as you want after that. Like get out of here. All kind of like, because I already paid you. I already
Say,
said sorry.
the foot was on the neck on purpose.
Wow.
No, I'm sorry. On the neck on purpose. Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
You've done well. Look at your bootstraps.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, keep pulling. Like, come on. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
be
mad.
redundant.
I'm mad wokeness don't have more definition. Like, 2011, 13, 14 years. I don't know, man. That's enough time. If people are using it colloquially, like everybody got their own opinions about it and stuff like that, suggests that it should have more of a definition.
Like, nigga. Like, my
Wait a
nigga.
second.
Oh, that nigga right. Oh, man, that's my nigga. Man, I don't fuck with that nigga. Man, them niggas over there. Man,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
how many different uses and meanings can you one word?
Right, can you come up with? Yeah, a lot.
All in just diction, articulation of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your
Like,
inflections. Yeah, what your meaning is. Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
let's try woke. Man, you woke. You ain't woke. Oh, you woke. I'm woke. I'm woke. It's all the same with the woke shit. It
Yeah,
seems
it's
like,
not
You
really
one
a
of those woke
different.
ones.
huh?
You one of those woke ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm woke. Are you woke? He's woke too. But what does it mean exactly? You don't really get
You know what would be good? I wish I was a campaign.
a campaign manager.
I had Kamala. Had some for Kamala campaign. I have a whole bunch of little black kids like the I am Malcolm X. I be just having like
Sound
I
like
am woke.
I am
I am
Malcolm X.
woke.
I am woke. You're stupid.
That'd,
I
that'd
am
be
woke. I
disgusting.
am woke.
That'll be
I
disgusting,
am woke.
won't it?
That's cute.
Give me my money.
Wow. That's cute. They're gonna have
Give
that
me
Nas
my
song playing in the
money.
background.
For real, I had
I
all that
know I
Tito kids
can
and then all that.
do what I
For real.
wanna do.
Yeah.
If I work hard at it,
That's funny,
I do
son.
what I
I
wanna
make
do.
it multicultural to reflect the fabric of America.
Right, the American dream. Black, white, Asian, Mexican.
Everybody.
Right.
For real. And it just like
I'm woke. You woke too? Yeah, we woke. Okay. Everybody
I
woke.
am woke. I am throwing the black with the five fist up to I am woke. I
Oh my goodness.
am woke.
That's crazy.
You know, for real, man. That's how they go.
That's a cool idea. I think that's a cool idea though, for real.
you would vote for that shit,
I think I would.
Jazz.
Trying to, introduce the kids to wokeness,
I had to
all
get.
different nationalities.
I had to. You left me no choice for it. You know, but for real, like it's sad because it seems like it's nothing off limits. That's the type of level that people are willing to go.
Oh yeah, these political commercials are just
So
ooh, they're savage. She's the liar. She's the dastardly person. Like what? Really? What she do?
Yeah, that's because we put up with that, right? Like that's what I'm saying. If we didn't accept those kind of commercials or those kind of lowbrow kind of attacks, like if we was like every time they said something like that, we like boo. Like we just like if we booed them every time they said something off topic, right? And we made them stay on topic and made them address the issues, right? But we don't. Like we all a bunch of rubberneckers, right? And everybody want to pull out their phones and slow down and look at the crash and see how bad the accident is and see how many dead bodies there are. They want to make sure it's on their phone so they can put it on their stream so that they can get the views on their social media. But nobody is trying to actually get out their vehicle and go help the people over there get out their car, right? Everybody is stopped on the opposite side looking. Right, everybody is stopped holding up traffic, creating a whole situation, but ain't doing nothing about it. They are sharing awareness. Like, so what? right? Like that's how my thing is. Like I used to be a conspiracy theorist. Like I used to be on it heavy, but then it's like once you know a thing and you know a thing for real, the next thing is like, all right, so what you gonna do with it? What can I do? And if you can't do nothing, then it's like, was it even important? Like, was it even worth knowing? Right. So that's what I'm at with it. Like, I only want to talk about stuff that I can do something about, something I can do something with. Right. Just knowing stuff just to be knowing it. That's so crazy.
Yeah, knowing stuff to be knowing it is crazy because things are so much better when you can apply them, I think. And
Yeah.
and you get better results from knowledge that you receive that you apply.
You said better results. You actually get results when
Yeah,
you
you actually get a result, right? Other than just, how should I feel about that?
That's what I feel.
I don't know.
Yeah, right. Like
Yeah. So tonight, y'all, we answered what are the benefits of wokeness? Is wokeness important when choosing who to vote for? Why isn't wokeness encouraged in all aspects of human life? The panel came up with some great answers, some great responses, great insights. Um, man, and now that we have all the questions answered, we just gonna go and we're gonna get a final word from our panelists before we close out this evening, and we're gonna start with I am Jazz Garcelle.
Hey, what's up?
So,
Um,
Jazz, final thoughts on wokeness.
I'm really glad we did this word because it's definitely relevant today. I mean, with the campaign going on, and I mean, just life. You know, whether we're talking about women's rights or LGBTQ, anything that has to do with woke. And I like the way that we delve into the three questions and how we can apply being woke to other aspects of our lives. Where, I mean, some people might say you can't because of its, the base definition of it. But the way I said earlier, basically you're applying knowledge to any area in your life, and going from there, you know basically just informing yourself, giving facts on whatever that is. And yeah, I really liked the discussion today. I hope everyone that was listening got some knowledge and got some insight on what woke means or what it doesn't mean. And yeah, so yeah.
Yep. So we're gonna give BK Soul from the guy Ali Dawu L. We're gonna get his final thoughts on wokeness. God, what you got?
yo, a state of mind. So it sounds like they sold us like they give everybody like one big joint and we all just got high. Right. Like we just feel good. We got all this information. I do think it's important to be aware of things, of your surroundings, of situations. But even that, like from a safety standpoint, like just because you know that you're in a bad neighborhood or if you know you are unsafe, if you don't do anything about your circumstance, then knowing is not enough. It's only half the battle. You got to run or you got to fight. That's the rest of the part, right? And I don't know if you need to be woke to want to have self-preservation. I think you just gotta want to live, right? I don't know. I think anything title worthy needs to go away, because it takes away what it might actually mean. I don't like the definition of wokeness. I don't think it was enough words. I don't like that it had in parentheses as it relates to racial or social injustice. Like, the parentheses to me does not suggest that is in fact the definition. It sounds more to that's how we can use the definition. So kind of it almost might allude to that it can be applied to as much stuff as you want. But here's the two things that, and then Wikipedia talked about African American stuff, and I'm like, all right, anything on Wikipedia, I got to go to the references and make sure that those things exist, right? And to make sure what I'm reading is real, because people just write whatever they want, and I don't know, man. We got to do stuff, state of mind. I don't know, man. Stay woke.
Stay woke, right? Stay woke. So, man, both of y'all, both of y'all's final thoughts was spot on the topics tonight, everything we shared. I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. Make sure to like and share the video. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live. Also, we have a lot of great things for you guys, so check out the links in the description. Also, leave a comment and make sure to join us right back here next Sunday on Cigar Sundays Live at 8 p.m. Peace, family.
Peace, God. Peace, team.
When you look good, you feel good. So let's get back to school with DBCHEFTV merch. August 1st through November 1st. Shop until you drop from our huge selection of apparel and accessories. Use code and enjoy 10% off our entire site at checkout. Visit www.dbcheftv.com. Hit the shopping link while supplies last and get back to school with DBCHEFTV merch.
This whole publication is all about going from nowhere to somewhere, right? Being able to stand on something so that you can travel in peace, right? So bksoulfarm.com, 1016 160 self-sustainability. Jump on a list and get yourself together, right? Because it is irresponsible to not even know what responsibility means. So get yourself together, food, clothing, and shelter, protection of that, support your interests, and live.
So pure, you are my everything and more. So sweet, like honey, your lips, girl, I adore. And baby, that body's more than perfect, the best I ever saw. And I ain't even close to done, it's just the beginning, so let me tell you first we was.